Today I want to share a fun technique with you that I'm not sure why I've never thought of before, but I'm so glad I did. So this technique would be great with scraps, but for today's card, I really wanted to use this new paper from Crafty Stamp Co. It's in the new Crafty Crew Kit that comes out in March. So I will link below to all of that information so you can see what all is in the kit. And this is called Fur Babies. And so I'm just going to cut my paper up, but if you had, I think that this would also work with scraps and be a great way to use up your scraps, especially if you had small pieces that you could cut to the same measurements that I'm doing today. But for now, let's just use these and I'll give you the measurements for it, and then you can just expand on it with all of your ideas that you have. So I'm going to cut these down to 2.5 by, I'm just going to leave it at 6. And then I'm going to cut this one down to 2.5. So we all have like little pieces of scraps like this left that are just, strips of paper. And I think we could do even more with it. But today I just wanted to keep it very simple. It is one of those days that I need to keep things simple just for my brain's sake. And I also want to use this paper. I wanted to play around with this paper. So then I'm going to come back and I'm going to flip this one over and I'm going to cut it at 2.5 again as well. So then it's 2.5 by 6. Now, if you had scraps, I think what you would do is you're just going to do this process and piece more pieces together. So for this one though, I want to cut down these strips to, let's see, maybe 3. I'm trying to think. I kind of want maybe 2. Let's cut it down at 2.5. So 2.5, and then we're going to cut that at 2.5, and we're going to keep these 2 pieces. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to cut it at 2.5. Make sure that wasn't, if you have directional paper, pay attention because this should go up and down like this. So I'm going to cut that at 2.5. I'm not going to cut those others yet. We're going to try this out and make sure it works before we cut the others. So I haven't tried this. I just had the idea and I was like, why haven't I thought about this before? So now we're going to just piece these together to create a card front. But I know that you're like, okay, that's already been done before, but stick with me because this is, the new idea is coming up. This is just things we've always done, and I don't even know why I'd never thought about doing this next part. So this part first, we just have to tape everything together. Make sure that everything's lining up right here at the edges. Not have to worry about the top edges as much as right here in the center where it meets and side to side. You don't want any gaps there. And then I'm just going to put this one on here. So I'm using low-tack tape that when I run this through my die cutting machine, it's not going to stick it down so that when I pull the tape off, I'm going to tear my paper. So be sure to use some sort of tape that's low-tack. This is Dina Wakley mixed media tape, and I really like it, but you could use any low-tack tape. And so you can see here, we have our pattern. Now here is the new part I never thought about doing. Once we piece it together, so normally I just piece it together and make my card, but once we piece it together, I'm just going to bring my die in and cut it out so that we have this stitch design that lines up all the way around. Because I could have just die cut this color and then die cut this color and then cut them up and put them together, but our stitch lines wouldn't line up. Now I did keep a lot of extra space here, so if you don't want to do as much extra as I did, that is fine as well. I just wanted to make sure that this process works, so I really could have cut it down to 2.25 to 5.5. So I mean, yeah, 2.25 to 5.5, and I wouldn't have used as much paper. But since I'm trying this technique out with you all, I did want it to work out, and I didn't want to make mistakes. So now we're just going to put this on our mat, and we are going to die cut it out. Now I do want to use a piece of tape because what I'm trying to do is kind of have an equal amount on, there's a hair right there, let's get that off. I'm trying to have an equal amount on all edges here so that when I cut it out, all the rectangles will be the same width. Now if you're going for a more mosaic look, you could do this and have that mosaic look instead and not anything line up. And I do have some scraps over to the side. I may try that in just a moment. So let's just make this one first. So let's see what we have here. So you can see. Let's take that tape off. Just going to take the tape off of the die, but where it's holding the die down, but not what's holding the pieces together. So now you can see here we've created our own paper, one solid piece, and you can see how those the stitch lines line up. I think that's really cool. So if you've got stitched lines or any design on your dies, this would be I think this is a great way to use scraps. So I'm going to make the pink one as well. So I have a heart that I want to stencil, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp it before I stencil it. And I'm just going to stamp it with the Your Possum stamp from the Fir Meadow stamp set. And I'm just going to stamp it right here at the bottom. I am keeping in mind that I wanted to stencil and I wanted to leave some room there for a little paw print because I'm going to be using the paw print the paw print stencil from the kit. So then I'm just going to bring this in and I'm just going to stencil it. And you can see I've already done one today and haven't cleaned my mat up, but this peels right off. And then when I go to wash it, I can wash it off. But I've been already making some. So I have one made for one of the cards, but I thought I would go ahead and show you how to do this for the second card because this does take a while to dry. So I wanted to go ahead and have a heart ready for us to put this together. So then I'm just going to press this down and I'm going to bring in my favorite texture paste, which is the metallic white texture paste. I love this, and I love the subtle little footprints that's going to be in the background on this white paper with this metallic white paste. So then I'm just going to stencil in. And what I did, I forgot to mention, but I was making sure that when I added my stencil down that I wanted the footprints to fit around the heart, kind of evenly on each side. And then I make sure that when I stencil this, that I'm not going to be stenciling in a footprint over the wording. I did line that up as well. So I'm just going to pull this back. Oops, I don't want to smear it. I just want to gently pull it back, and that's adorable. So I do have to go wash my stencil off and clean up my mess here. And this is going to take a moment to dry, so I'm just going to set this aside to dry. So I've gone ahead and stamped and colored in my images, but I wanted to show you, I'm using the Fir Meadow stamps, Fir Mama Meadow stamp set. I said that wrong. And I've gone ahead and colored in the cat and the dog. And for the cat, I decided to add, I don't know if you can see there, I just added a few little dark lines around the edges to make it look like a little tabby cat, just to add a little bit more interest. And then the dog is just simple color again for him. So I'm going to go ahead and start the cat card. The stenciled heart is still drying, so we're going to put this one together, and then we will, then I'll show you the dog one once it is dry. So for this card, I'm just going to use a top opening A2 size card base, and then I'm just going to add this to the base. So what I want to do is just add glue to the back of this. With it still taped together. Now keep in mind, like I said, you want to be using some low tack tape that's not going to peel your paper off. I know that I've always used washi tape and stuff, but some of that washi tape will tear your paper. So be sure you're using something that doesn't tear your paper, because you don't want to get this far into your project and then, tear your paper, because then it's going to be ruined. Or we're going to figure out a way to cover it up. So I just want to center that from top to bottom and side to side. And so I've just cut it down with this die. My die measures 4 by 5 1/4, so it fits perfectly inside of this card base. And so then we want to gently remove our tape. You know what? Did I just put it around the edges and not the center of my base? That would be a problem if I did. I wasn't thinking. So you do want to add glue in the center here as well, not just the edges. So I'm just gonna, I can't remember if I did or not. We'll see if it peels up. If it does, I'll add just a little glue underneath there, because you want to be sure to get all the edges covered good. I was not even thinking about these being pieced together. So yeah, just press that down. I must have, because it feels like it's going in. It feels like it's fitting in just fine. So now we're going to just bring in the heart. So I have the one heart that is already dry, and I just want to add that to the center of my card. And then this one, the pink one, I'm just going to put the little cat on the front. So I'm just going to glue all that together. Now you could pop this up. I think I will pop the heart up, and then I will glue the cat on top. So I might want to glue the cat first so it's flat enough that I can just press it down. And how is that cat going to do? Since it is going to be over one of the paw prints, I think it'll glue down just fine. Oops. Sometimes my glue doesn't want to come out, and other times it just wants to pour out. So we're just going to stick this little kitten onto the center of the heart here. I'm just kind of centering it over the wording. There we go. And then I'm just going to pop the heart up onto my card. And we're just going to center it on the card. Now you could go further up, further down. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to kind of center it. And I'm not going to worry too much about it either. There we go. And here is this one completed. I have all of these scraps, and I thought while I was waiting for that heart to dry, I would kind of see what I could create with these scraps, because I made some mistakes at the very beginning. When I decided to try this project, I made mistakes cutting it, and so cutting my paper, and so I have all these scraps, plus these are left over from some of the cards that we just made. So what if we just kind of, do we want all blue on one side or not? So what if we do it like this? What if we mix it up, pull in some of our scraps, so we have so we need a pink here, kind of like maybe find one that's big enough. Here's one that's probably big enough. We could do it this direction, or, so those are going that direction. So I'm going to need this piece. So it'll be going the right direction. So here we have another pattern. But you'll say, okay, Susan, this is not going to fit the whole front of our card. But you don't have to make it the whole front of your card. You could use your scraps. You just want to square them up. That's all that's important, is squaring your scraps up so that when they all meet here in the middle, everything touches and there's no gaps. So I'm just going to use these scraps real quick and show you what I mean. So then you go through your dies. So I'm just using these dies today, my rectangle dies. So you can see that one's too big. But if you have layered dies, you can tell that, you know, there are different sizes in all of them. So I'll just use this small one. And then I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine, and we're going to make another little background. So we're just going to take this, and we're just going to lay this on our mat. My mat is a little wobbly and bent. I need to work on that. So I'm going to have to get that straightened out. So then I'm kind of just going to eyeball and get kind of the same. What I'm trying to do is kind of have the same amount, because I want this to be, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the center though. You know, this center line here doesn't have to be in the center, but that's what I'm going to try to do, is make it in the center, because you could play with all types of patterns like this. And I'm just trying to square it up today to make it easy, because like I said, I've had a rough little week, so I think that this is just a fun project to keep simple today. Focal point now for our card. This one will not be the background, but more that we can use this as our focal point. Then we could take, and say we had this little dog, we might just want to put the dog on it, and you would glue this down. But we can add this to our card with different layers. So I think that's going to be a fun way to play around. Another fun way to play with our dies. I'm always wanting to use my dies. So we made more scraps, so now we're going to have to make smaller mosaics. But I think this is a fun way to just use your dies a different way and just to have fun with them. And you could do this with different shapes. I think I will try this with some more shapes. But let's go finish that card, and then I will be back another day, and we might play with some more shapes and some more scraps and just see what all we can come up with. So here are the two completed cards. I really love how those turned out. And you can see that shimmer and shine on that texture paste. And I love the mosaic that we created by just piecing it together and then die cutting it. You know, we keep those stitch lines. I love how that is continuous, like it's one continuous piece. And so I do love how these turned out. I love this color combination too. Check out my Instagram and my Facebook. I will try to post a picture using this on a card, and I'll see what I can come up with. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed seeing me put these cards together. And if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and to subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. And I'll be back later in the week with more projects. I have some more videos coming out this week. And then I'll be back with this kit as well. I will put in the description the dies that I used, as well as the Crafty Stamp Co kit that I'm using, so you can check all of that out if you are interested. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.